Good morning. Welcome to Morning Outlook on Monday, the 2nd of December, October even. Just wishing the year away by the sounds of things. Okay, so 2nd of October. Looking at euro dollar first, and already it's looking like it's rolling over from Friday's upward movement into that pretty much into the daily 8 there. I think it properly hit it. It looks like it properly hit it. So there we go. Reaction coming from that, selling off at the moment. Let's just come down to time frames here. One thing we can see is we didn't quite catch today's new weekly pivot there. It's gone past it, but Friday did push up pretty close to that sort of zone. It may not come back for it, bearing in mind how close it has been. But as I said, at the moment it does look bearish, this market, and maybe it's given an opportunity to sell into any retracements. It's already gone through its daily pivot, its S1. Any retracements this morning may give us opportunities. We'll have a look at that as we run through the day. But for now, it's a bit of a waiting game on the euro, that's for sure. Cable, let's have a look at this. Bit of a turnaround since Friday. Looks quite bullish in certain places, and all of a sudden it's looking weak here again. New monthly pivot just below us on the dailies there, which look like, well, good chance of the sort of continuation of this slow sell-off here. It's the pound's held up relatively well, and when you come down to the 60-minute, you can see the chop in it. Already hit the daily pivot there. Has got a weekly pivot above, so if it started to break up, it would be a target over the next day or so. I mean, it easily could be hit in a day from where it sits at the moment. But as I said, it has got that monthly pivot below, which may just draw it if we can get through this support area. That's where there's obviously been demand through Thursday and Friday. Looking at dollar yen then. Dollar yen looks like it's back on its route up north there. It's not quite caught down to the weekly pivot again. It's one of these. It's just really, I say ghosted it, but hit that sort of area on Friday late to the sort of session, where actually a 12 o'clock session. Actually, it was around about where that weekly pivot was. There it is, and at the moment we're seeing this bounce again. Again, this looks to me bullish towards the Friday highs there. Now we have got a monthly pivot below, so any break of this 4-hourly 50 may start seeing it roll over a little bit more, and at some point that well could be a target down there. Just looking from the shorter time frames here, and well, a bit of divergence at the moment, but let's just see how it works its way out through the morning session. Actually, daily pivot untouched, weekly pivot untouched, and there is a monthly below. So, well, we'll see how that runs out. If it does start softening up, there's plenty of targets below there, and quite a draw. But at the moment, well, it has been erring up there. As I say, slight divergence on the shorter time frame here. This intermediate time frame looking a bit weak. Aussie dollar. Aussie dollar continues its weakness coming through here, has got a weekly pivot above us, which could become a target there, along with the monthly pivot a bit further up. At the moment, it's not really showing me too much more off that 4-hour. Let's look through here. So through the day into the S1, near enough back to those prior lows there. At the moment, it's looking weak. It consolidated a lot on Friday, but erring on the weaker side there. For me to be looking for the long side towards the weekly monthly pivot at some point, maybe if it starts breaking through that 34, if we can break the trend line across the highs here, even it may be the sort of signal we need to see it reversing a little bit. But at the moment it looks weaker. Even the RSI is still south. There's no divergences, and there's nothing with it to suggest it's going to pull back at the moment. Canadian dollar. Final one here, continuing it at the moment. It looks like it wants to continue to the upside, although it's very early in the session here. A couple of shooting stars on Thursday and Friday into that 50 MA. Got the monthly pivot below. Any sort of strengthening may see it push back down towards that weekly, monthly. It's both sitting in there. The monthly is just out of trend there, so it could be still staying this sort of bullish trend that it's in, but catch both of those levels. Certainly the weekly pivot could be on, but really need to look at the short term here and see if there's any clues. Already called a daily pivot there. Again, it could be just a case of patience here. Wait and see if it breaks the 60-20 ones there. If it starts breaking through that, there is that possibility back down to the weekly pivot at some point. So all pretty similarish pictures. Is whether the dollar strength continues through these markets. News-wise today, from 8:15 onwards, we've got the European Spanish manufacturing PMI, not a big mover at 8:15. 9:30 manufacturing PMI, that is a bigger mover. It's 9:30 for the pound, so we're starting into the new month's data, and this week is relatively busy. So got the manufacturing PMI there, and the US at 3 p.m. The US manufacturing PMI at 3 p.m. So two important numbers coming out today at 9:30 and 3 p.m. And then we've got a speaker at 7 p.m. And of course, we shouldn't forget we've got the Conservative Party conference in the UK, which could create some volatility possibly as we get. I think Philip Hammond is speaking today. So as we get speakers such as Philip Hammond occurring or speaking, we may get some volatility from that through to the markets. Okay, that's pretty much it for me. Have a great day. Bye for now.